Hello grade 2 students, welcome to week 3 of our music lessons for this term. Today we're going to have things a little bit different because everything will be on the screen. I don't have my whiteboard with me, so all your solfege, all your rhythm challenges and your pieces are going to be on the screen. And your pieces will look like what you have at home. You'll see what I mean later on. But for now, we're going to begin with our solfege warm-up. We're going to remind ourselves what we did the last 2 weeks, and then I'm going to teach you a new way of singing this solfege warm-up, okay? So let's remind ourselves. Let's start with do. This is our starting note. Together. Do, do, re, do. Do, re, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, so, fa, mi, re, do. Then from the top coming down. So, fa, so, fa, mi, fa, so, fa, mi, re, so, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, fa, so. Alright, so now for our new solfege order of singing, we're going to start back at do, and this time we're not going to be walking down the same way we walk up, okay? So we're going to be jumping from that top note down back to do. Every single time we get to the higher note, the next highest note, we jump back down to do. This is what I mean. Do, do, re, do. Do, re, mi, do. Do, re, mi, fa, do. Do, re, mi, fa, so, do. Let's do it together very slowly. Together. Do, do, re, do. Do, re, mi, do. Do, re, mi, fa, do. Do, re, mi, fa, so, do. Very good. Now, when we're coming back down from so, everything will jump from the next lowest note, because now we're moving downwards, the next lowest note back to so. This is what it looks like and sounds like. So, fa, so, fa, mi, so, fa, mi, re, so, fa, mi, re, do, so. Can we do that again together, slowly? So, fa, mi, so, fa, mi, re, so, fa, mi, re, do, so. So let's try going up and going down using that same sequence, okay? Do, do, re, do. Do, re, mi, do. Do, re, mi, fa, do. Do, re, mi, fa, so, do. Coming down. So, fa, mi, so, fa, mi, re, so, fa, mi, re, do, so. Good job! Make sure you are taking time to practice these warm-ups by yourself. If you're just sitting and you're not doing anything, you can just work on your solfege warm-ups and use your hand signs. That way we can get quicker and quicker at singing these solfege notes. Today, I want us to do a new kind of rhythm, which has a rest that we've never done before. So it has the 8th note rest, okay? The 8th note rest is equal to half a beat, just like the 8th note that we usually read. The one we usually read as T. When you have two of them, we read it as T, T. Okay? So the eighth note rest is half a beat. If you have two eighth notes rest next to each other, that makes up one beat, because a half plus a half equals one beat. So that is a quarter rest. We've looked at quarter rests before. So the same way you count eighth notes is the same way you will count your eighth note rest, but it will be a rest, it will be a pause. So in the rhythm that we have today, as you can see on your screen, we have an eighth note, then an eighth note rest. This is what it looks like. An eighth note, then an eighth note rest. Eighth note rest. Eighth note rest. And continues until we see ti, ti, ta. Eighth note, quarter note. So we're going to read our eighth note rest as and. Why? Because I want you to know that the eighth note rest still completes the beat. The same way two eighth notes alongside each other make up one beat is the same way an eighth note and an eighth note rest still make up one full beat. So we're going to say T and T and T and T and. Now this rhythm exercise has 4 beats in a measure. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this eighth note rest comes in between, just in between every clap. T and T and T and T and. So the eighth note here lands on the first beat, the main part of the beat, and then the rest gets that little middle portion of the beat. Then the next main beat, middle portion. Next main beat, middle of the beat. Next main beat. Or you could say it as the half, the other half of the beat. So that's what we are reading as and. I'm trying to go slowly so you understand. So anytime you see an eighth note rest, for now, let's just use and so that we don't confuse ourselves. Since we usually say rest, rest. For 2 quarter notes, we're going to say and to remind ourselves that it's a very short beat and it's just half. It's half of a full beat. So let's read this line and see what it sounds like all together. 1, 2, 3, let's go. T and T and T and T and T and T and T, T, ta. Again, go. T and T and T and T and T and T and T, T, ta. Now for our second exercise, it's very short. It's the same concept, but now we have more eighth notes and then just a little eighth note rest in between every 3 eighth notes. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3, let's go. T, 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 and T, 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 and. Now if you notice, I'm not tapping on every eighth note. I'm just snapping the main beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the main beats of the measure. Okay, so if you're able to tell what the main beats are, then it's easier to see which ones fall on the main beats and which ones are in between. So let's try that again. 3 and go. T, 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 and T, 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 and. Now I have one more rhythm for you here. And this time we have 3 beats in a measure. 3 beats in a measure. So let's try it. Read it the exact same way. These are our 3 main beats. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Let's try. T and T and ta. T, T, T and T and. That's where it ends. Now moving on to our pieces, we have the Grand Canyon Trail to work on today. Last week and the week before that we had Yankee Doodle Rides Again. Now you really need to know Yankee Doodle Rides Again by now, the whole piece, both lines, because today we have Grand Canyon Trail. Now this piece of ours is not showing anything unfamiliar. It has an F sharp, which we've looked at before. I'll remind you how to hold that. The rhythm is not unfamiliar either. It's quite similar to Yankee Doodle Rides Again. Why do I say that? Because in the first measure of Grand Canyon, the rhythm is the same as the first measure in Yankee Doodle Rides Again. Yankee Doodle Rides Again has ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Grand Canyon, the first measure has ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. So if you're able to realize some of those similarities, then it'll be a lot easier to figure out how to read the notes, because the rhythm will be a bit quicker for you to understand. So what are those notes? G, G, B, B, G. That's the first measure. Can we play that together? 3, let's go. G, G, B, B, G. Together, 1, 2, 3, let's go. And then the second measure, what's happening? It's walking down using quarter notes from C, C, B, A. Can we try that? Rest. So let's put those two measures together. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Rest. Now we add our F sharp. This is how we hold F sharp, not like this. This is F sharp. So it jumps from F sharp to A, F sharp to A, F sharp, F sharp, A, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, A, F sharp. Can we try that together? 3, let's go. One more time. 2, 3, let's go. Then what happens with those quarter notes? How are they moving? Upwards. G, A, B. Can we play that? Rest. So let's play from the beginning up until there. So make sure you're starting to recognize where you see notes walking upwards and walking downwards, okay? 1, 2, 3, let's go. Rest. Rest. If you need to pause the video and play for yourself again, just up until there, then you play the video when you're ready to play along with me. Okay? Let's move on and try and finish this piece today. So we have, in the next measure after the rest, it goes back to what it sounds like in the beginning. Again, 2, 3, together. Now if you notice, in the next measure, the first measure, at the beginning of the second line, it's walking up. But instead of walking up from G, it's walking up from A. So what are those notes? Can we name the notes? A, B, C. So let's play from the end of line 1 to the beginning there of line 2. 2 more measures. We're almost done. What happens? B, B, A, F sharp. Again, B, B, A, F sharp. Together, 3, let's go. Again, just that measure. One more time, just that measure. One more time, just that measure till the end. 3, let's go. Rest. Can we do that again? 3, let's go. Now we're going to play the whole piece, and it's up to you to take time to practice for yourself, okay? So we're going to play beginning till the end. I'm going to go very slowly. Make sure you're trying. Try and play along with me. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Very well done. That's all for today. I just need you to practice Yankee Doodle, Rise Again, and our new piece, Grand Canyon. And next week, I'm going to tell you about what your midterm assessment will have and how you need to perform. Okay? See you next week.